So, if you guys don't mind, then I would like to explain a little bit about what closets and wardrobes, and I keep saying wardrobe, that means the clothing that you put on your body or your jewelry, anything you wear that you put on your body, or even handbags and purses. I consider that part of your wardrobe also, scarves, hats, all of that stuff. So, it doesn't have to be in your closet. Um, and it can be in dressers or wherever your clothing is. That is your wardrobe. And normally we talk about, I want you to organize your home and organize your space as opposed to your things, but we're really going to zone in on our things and focus in on the actual things, because you do declutter the things. And so I'm going to talk about the things a whole lot, not necessarily your space. I'll give you some tips on things that I like to do in the closet. It is my favorite space to organize, that and pantries. So I have lots of opinions on things the way I like to do it. So feel free to ask. But I'm going to be talking about actually the clothes themselves because, like I said, a lot of the stuff I have doesn't represent who I am anymore. And they never represented who I was. It just, I bought stuff and I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but I bought things thinking that this is who I want to be. And I'm like, no, I really don't want to. So that has a lot to do. I explored the chakras. So, chakras are, and then we talk about energy a lot in here. So that's your energy points in your body, and there are seven major ones. And for me, I feel like I feel this space, like right here in my solar plexus, which is, it's right here. Excuse my, I know that's lovely. Recording, right? Yeah. So it's right under, I guess, your sternum and above your belly button. So it really is about this area right here. And it's one I really struggle with. I'm like, what does that one mean again? And why am I always bloated here? I feel like icky here sometimes. So I think it's because I'm not real. I need to get more in tune with. It's about your identity, your identity, setting boundaries, even like being able to accomplish things and finish tasks. So I think that for me, the closet is really tied to my solar plexus and my identity and who I am and my strengths and my vitality and who I want to be. Okay, so and then you guys, and then the heart center, because it's all about love in our club. So you guys kind of live here for me. It's all about love and acceptance in your heart chakra or your heart center. So let's do a little activity just because I need it from traveling so much. And I like to do I love meditation. If you've been with me long enough, I've talked about meditation a lot. It's something that's somewhat new to me, but it has been super, super, it's been transformative for me. And I think that I like really like adapted to it very quickly because I think it's our natural state. I think that it's like how I'm supposed to be naturally. And so I think that's why I did so well with jumping into meditation really quickly. But I want to share a little, I don't know, 4 minute little meditation with you guys. So I'm going to give you a mantra and it's going to change throughout. And it is, I'm going to put your hands wherever you want to, but I'm going to put my hands on my heart and then also on my solar plexus to kind of get myself connected. And you can concentrate on those areas or not. It is totally up to you. Meditation is very personal, but I do want you to listen to the mantra and say it to yourself in your head. And you're going to be thinking about, you're going to say, I'm just going to tell you what you're going to say. We're going to take a couple cleansing breaths, and then you're going to say, I am, and then insert your first and last name. And my work is, and whatever you think your work is, like, I help people love their homes, or I help people create amazing businesses. I create beautiful websites. My work is to be a grandmother and a wife. Whatever you feel your life's work is. Okay, so just start by closing your eyes now and taking 3 cleansing breaths, and in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I'm going to just be quiet and let you do that yourself. And I'm going to be a little aggressive with my breath to kind of heat things up a little bit because your solar plexus is all about fire and heat. So in through your nose. Okay, now you can just kind of breathe normally. And say this mantra to yourself in your head. I am, insert your first and last name. My work is, I am, my work is, I am, first and last name. My work is, and now I want you to say, drop my work is, and just repeat, I am, and insert your first and your last name. I am. I am. Okay, we're going to do it 3 more times, but drop your last name and just say your first name in your head. I am. I am. I am. Now drop your name and just repeat in your head. I am. I am. I am. Now you're going to just say I. I. Okay, and take 3 more cleansing breaths. Open your eyes when you're ready. So the point is whatever you got from it is what you got from it. But just to kind of drop and to get centered, like you just are, you are. And we tie so much identity to the clothes that we wear, and it can transform us, which is an amazing thing to do. But it's also it can also keep us stuck too. So anyway, so that was just to get you tied to your heart center and your solar plexus, and just like to, and there's like breath of fire that like I do also. I'm not doing all that with y'all because that is not my like expertise, but that's really good for your solar plexus too. I guess it like heats everything up. So okay, so moving on from the chakras, has looks like you guys have started diving into the idea of doing your closets, which is exciting. And but it's going to be a little bit more than just, hopefully you are looking at the guides, it's a little bit more than just going through your clothes and going, well, I don't wear this, or I don't like this and I'm going to get rid of this, or I love this, or I'm going to keep this. Like, always go back to, if you can go back, well, you can go back and remember why you're doing this, like explore your why. So that's always going to be in every single guide that I'm going to put out. And how do you want to feel, not when you're in your closet, but how do you want to feel when you're wearing your clothes? So this one's a little different than normal. So that's going to help you figure out, weed out whatever you're going to get rid of. For instance, there is this blazer. I am drawn to patterns and colors. Where is it? So I got this because I'm like, oh, it's like my yellow heart. So I thought this is like so on brand. I'm gonna wear this for I bought it like a year ago. I think I'll wear this for some pictures, maybe I'll take. But every time I put it on, I take it off because I'm like, I think I wore it in one video, but it's very buttoned up and very like, anyway, it's very like blazer like and professional. And that is so not me at all. I mean, like, this is not me at all. It's not like I like it, it's nice, So this is one of the things I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never worn this. I've never really worn it except for once for like 20 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Which just it's really hard because you go to that, well, I bought it. I spent money on it. What a waste. It's perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with this. It's practically brand new. So then you go through those things and like, yeah, but it's not me at all. I don't know why it's taking up space in my closet. So here's a for instance, I'm going to get rid of this sucker because it's not me at all. So I'm getting rid of that. It doesn't make me feel the way that I want to feel when I put it on. It makes me feel like a fake. Um, so I've decided that my word for this year is fun, and that's going to be in every. And I just decided that this weekend, and that's going to be in every single thing I do. In the way that I show up this year is just fun. I'm going to have fun in everything. I'm going to have fun when I do my laundry. I'm going to have fun when I do the dishes. And if it's not fun, I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's not fun right now. So that's we'll see how that plays out. So I'm going to like find joy in everything most times. Okay, so inside your guide. I'm not going to go through it with you guys, but you can do a little journaling activity if you need to, because I'm very big advocate of journaling too, in order to really dig deep on how you want to feel when you're in or when you're in your clothes, when you're wearing your stuff. So just since we have limited time, just go over that and read it, and maybe take a few minutes to yourself and figure out how you want to feel whenever you are wearing your clothes. Okay, so that's an important step. Always remember your why, explore your why. And then I talk about that quite a bit here in the guide. And then this is all about like self-awareness and self-love and self-acceptance. So when you're decluttering your closet, it's so much more than just a pretty closet. I really love, I'll stop talking here a second and let you guys like chime in on anything you want to share. But I really love the home edit. They've got the Netflix show, and so beautiful. Like everything's just like, and I love rainbow colors. So I try to do that as much as I can. Everything is, but it's all about how it looks in the space. And they never really talk about like, is it functional? Is this going to work for your style? Is this making you feel the way that you want to feel? So I think that that is so much more important than the way it looks. Does not matter as much as how you feel when you're in your space. Okay. Okay. So that's what I want to say today, is to remember to please go back and do your why, because we don't really talk about that as much as we probably should. And it's your core desired feelings. How do you want to feel? How do you want to show up in the world? How do you want to show up for yourself, really? How do you want to feel in your own skin? And when you look in the mirror, you want to be able to say, you look good, or you look the way that I want you to look. And we don't do that. So we'll talk about mirror work some other time, but mirror work is another thing too that I want to encourage you to do. And that is in the very end of the guide, where you just look at yourself and place a mirror, like where you get dressed. You look at yourself and you simply just say, I love you. Or whatever affirmation it is that you think that you need to hear, saying that back to yourself. And it's really, really, really hard for some people. And if it's really hard for you to do it, that means you need to be doing it. That means you need to be practicing it. And so maybe we can ease into it if it's hard for you to do that. Ease into it by just focusing in on your closet first, and then just practicing it a little bit every day. So mirror work's really important. I give myself high fives in the mirror in the morning before I go to fix, my coffee or whatever and start my day. So I've gotten really good at it. Okay. So does anybody want to check in then and tell me what's going on with their closets? I know Amy said already showed us a video of her closet. It's not that cluttered really, Amy. So I guess I'm picking on you then. Would you like to jump in and share anything, and maybe share your struggles that you're having with your closet or your wardrobe?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's somewhat functional. To me, it looks like a mess. I feel like we need more drawers or shelves, I guess, possibly. I don't know. We don't have a very big dresser, and so our dresser gets stuffed with a lot of stuff, and then stuff that I feel like doesn't really shouldn't be hanging, but is like undershirts and like stuff like that. Just random. I don't know. It all ends up in the closet, and our closet's pretty big, so it's kind of like a dumping ground.
Mhm. Okay, well, this
Yeah.
is it's because it's your organizing style. I don't think dressers work for you for your organizing style. Aren't you a butterfly?
Yes. Yeah. Butterfly, and I took it again the other day, and
Okay.
um, what was it? It came back to
Ladybug.
something else. Maybe. I think it was Ladybug. I think it was.
So so
I think it depends on the
it
item
just depends
or
on what
what.
it is. Yes, because I'm
Yeah.
the same way too. It's a yeah, it's a sliding scale. So if like undershirts and things like that are hanging up, it may be because that's just like naturally the way that you do it. Or is that Reagan stuff? Does he hang up
Yeah.
his undershirts? And so that
Yeah.
I would I don't think that's necessarily wrong. I would just yes, you probably have too much stuff. We all have too much stuff.
Yeah.
And you just need to make sure that, like, if you are a hanger upper, maybe even hooks are good too. And it's totally fine to hang up your undershirts on hangers. And then don't do his side. I would not work unless he's like really, really on board and does it with you. I don't do his side for him. Trust me,
Gotcha.
it's not going to
Interesting.
work out like you think it's going to work out. You're going to be like, he loves it because Rob really loves it when I do his side. And then 2 weeks later, it is a complete disaster.
Yeah.
He says, we can
It's,
never have our own closets because my side would always be messy. So he likes it when I do it for him, but he does not take care of it himself. And then
oh
there were a
yeah.
few times too where he's very resentful. And I've got blamed many times for throwing things away that I didn't throw away because
Oh
my
yes.
touches
Yeah.
my favorite
He's very
t-shirt
protective
threw it
about
away.
his stuff, which I get.
Yeah.
There's things I'm like, why? Like it doesn't fit you. Why do we still have it?
Just let him have it. I know.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be shocked. I'm shocked that Rob's like makes all these gets rid of things now that I think he would never get rid of. So when you show them the respect, you're like, yes, because I think it is respectful just to let him do his own thing and don't force him to get rid of things because yeah, he's not. Does he hang on to stuff? He's not a hoarder or anything. Or
Not really a hoarder, but there's certain things he
mhm,
hangs on to.
okay.
So, and I know there's a lot of emotions when it comes to clothing and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I totally get it. I mean, there's things I hang on to, but yeah, I don't know.
So first step is just to declutter. Okay, so you just go through and declutter and only do yours. I would seriously like I wouldn't even like ask him, "Can I help you with yours?" Just do your side first and just don't even touch his side and then you can start diving into his side. If he I mean not you, him.
Mhm.
If he is wanting to do that. Otherwise just I would just leave it alone. So Rob's side looked really bad for a while until he decided that he really liked the idea of getting organized. I know it sounds crazy and you're probably going to go ahead and do it anyway, but it may frustrate you because it's probably not going to stay the way that you and he's got to have ownership of it himself too, which is very
Yeah.
important. He needs to have ownership of it. So that's my advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then only having things in your closet that you put on your body is really important too. I think this is really not
Yeah.
the right sort of like vibe I want in my closet. It's
Yep.
actually it's not a shotgun. It's it's a pellet gun, but it crazy looking, isn't it? So we'll put that somewhere else.
Yeah.
However, I don't know. I will have a conversation with Rob because if he goes to look at for it to go shoot another squirrel that's tearing up our furniture outside, this is where he's probably going to run to look for it. So there's that conversation too. Where would you look for the thing? That's where you should put it too. So, but I don't know. I don't really like it in there right there. Anyway, okay, okay. So are you going to start decluttering this week then?
I think so. Yeah.
Exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
I
just keep
will say
posting.
one little, so one item I have always had problems with is the bras. Like
Oh,
I think they're on like a belt organizer thing, right?
oh,
You know, I just don't know what to do with them.
oh, okay. That's a great
They just
question.
kind of hang like, I don't know. It's
Okay,
a
so they're hanging up in your closet then, like on a little hooky thing, a little organizer thing. I've got
yeah.
mine in here.
Okay.
And then I just kind of nest them like they're show you my bras. But I don't fold them or anything. I just leave them like that and I just nest one in front of the other.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. They used to be in rainbow order, but that's just silly. I don't do that anymore for them.
Yeah.
And then I've got two of them. I have bras, bra sets, and sports bras. So I've got these. So it's gonna
Okay.
be different for everybody. I have never hung a bra up before like that. I've never used a hanger. Has anybody ever used or have any other ideas for bras? How do you guys, let's talk about that. How do you organize your bras? This is great.
Mine are in a drawer like yours. Yeah.
Okay. And everybody wears different kinds of bras.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are folded in half and then vertically put in a drawer so that I can see what's what, like a filing cabinet.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
fold yours in
Mhm.
half. Okay.
Yeah.
I should say, yeah, mine are folded too, because I buy more of a bralette without the padding and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And so they're easy to fold. And then I, like you said, I have them kind of standing up so that I can see what color is what and grab what I need easily.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
And then I
mine are
do.
the same. And then my sports bras are with my athletic clothes. But same, folded in half and kind of stacked, standing up. So same idea as my regular ones.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a dresser or a drawer or something that you can put them in? Would that be more helpful or do you like them hanging up, Amy?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had them in a drawer.
Oh, you should try it.
Yeah. We have my daughter's underwear in one of our drawers, so that would free up an entire drawer. I need to just move those upstairs and put them in her room.
Yes, that's okay. Thank you. That's another thing too. No kids, no
Yeah.
kids undies or I mean, I feel like I'm not judging or anything, but no kids stuff in your drawers or if you can in any of your closets. I mean, I've organized quite a few closets where there's lots of kids stuff in there and then they just grow out of them and they never use them because everybody forgot they were in there in the first place because they were not with the kid stuff. So yeah, so you can
Courtney said
free up
she
some
has
space.
them in a basket. I don't know if you saw that or not, Crystal.
Was that?
Courtney said that she has them in a basket.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I've done that before too. Yep, I had them in a dresser, then I moved them into a basket in here, and then I got this and moved them in there. Yeah, so basket's a good idea too. Yep. Okay.
I threw away my favorite bra today
Did okay.
because it was
Good.
like
Was it
the back
time?
was holy, and I mean
Okay.
I was still shamefully still wearing it, but I finally threw it away today. So I'm
Okay,
proud
good.
of myself.
Yes, no, that's another thing too. No holy socks, no holy underwear or bras because you deserve, and that's seriously, you deserve to have underwear and bras with no holes and spend a little money on them too. Like, I think that even Michelle, who doesn't come to the meetings anymore, but we had a conversation about this in the past. I don't know if Courtney remembers, but she's like, she bought some really nice bra and underwear, I think, or she was talking to a friend anyway. And nobody else knew, obviously, but she just felt so much better and felt really good and confident in her clothing because all of her was like dressed nicely, even the stuff that people couldn't see. So I think we just deserve that. I think so. Buy less, but more expensive too. I like that idea. And I'm trying to get better about that myself too. So, okay, very good. Okay, does anybody else want to share anything?
I think the biggest struggle that I'm having going through the totes that I'm going through. So I was telling Crystal before you all came on, over the summer, we thought we were going to move. So I put a lot of my clothes into totes so that we could move. And then we didn't end up moving. So today I'm going through all of those things. And I think my biggest struggle is I have a lot of professional clothing, but I don't go to a place anymore.
Yep.
And so I'm having a really hard time like letting go of that stuff because in the back of my mind, I think, what if I do that again? But then I have to be real with myself. I don't plan to do that again. So
Me too.
yeah.
I have an idea for you, Shannon, that maybe will help you get rid of it. just because you have such a kind, nurturing, charitable heart. What about donating it to Dress for Success in Sioux Falls?
Yeah, and that's what I think or the fund, like I was gonna donate it to the fundraiser that is coming up. Somebody I know is doing a fundraiser. And then if I'm gonna help her with it. So if my stuff doesn't sell, then I think I will take it to Dress for
There you go.
Success. So yeah, thank you for
Because
that.
they could totally use that stuff there, all those professional clothes.
Yeah, and that's what I don't know, like today I was trying everything on and I'm like, everything fits. I have such a hard time because it, and it's still really nice, but I don't want to go into an office. So I don't want to have this stuff.
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, so you don't want to hang on to that exactly because you don't want to create a future for yourself that you don't want. Yeah.
And I found some of I wear t-shirts a lot that have, like funny sayings on them, and anybody that sees me often enough always wants to see my shirt. And that's the kind of person that I would rather project anyway. So.
Yes.
Yep.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Were you
I
gonna
don't know,
say
I was gonna
something?
say, yeah, well, I was just thinking of my closet. I did a lot like last year. I kind of went through all the rooms last year and got rid of so much stuff and organized. So this year is really just kind of fine tuning and polishing. But and I'm doing another class on my workshop, but I am looking like I have some creepy ass bear that my mom made me when I was a little girl that I'm holding on to still. Do you remember that creepy
The
panda?
panda.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all.
I know exactly what it looks like. I know what you're talking about.
It stares at us when we walk into the closet. And kind of actually, I put it there on purpose just to mess with my husband a little bit and tease him. But I have like some a Nerf gun my kids bought me that I'm probably gonna donate and get rid of because like we don't do Nerf wars anymore. They're all grown and out of the freaking house. A stack of clothes that are for my grandchildren someday. I think I sent you a picture of that, Crystal.
Yes.
Some t-shirts, favorite t-shirts of the kids, and it's about, I don't know, 7 or 8 little t-shirts that one day, like when my grandkids are spending the night, I'm going to give them one of mom or dad's t-shirts to sleep in.
I think that's so cute.
But all of that stuff doesn't need to be in here. And I want my closet to be more than just a place to store my clothes. Like right now it is relatively organized. It needs to be straightened up and fluffed up a little bit, but I want it to be something a little bit more fun and happy and joyful when I walk into it. Like I get excited about getting dressed. And one of the challenges is Todd is he has the other half of the closet, and he's a little bit of a hoarder with clothes, and he may get rid of some stuff this month. Like I keep planting the seed, like it's time to get rid of stuff. So I don't know if he will or not. It's really up to him. But I still have to share it with him. So yeah. For one thing I do is like the door opens and it covers most of his side of the closet. So I don't have to see it.
Okay, that's good.
That's by design. So, but anyway, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm looking at is that's why I wanted to do the meeting in here. So I could, as we're talking about stuff, like look at this and see what I need to get rid of. Like the ridiculously expensive boots I bought 4 years ago and never wore. So
I'm looking at stuff too. Like I've got pants that like, that's not my style. It's all I have.
Yeah, and those boots were my style once upon a time, like when I was in the business world, but the heel is just a little bit too high to be comfortable and they don't quite fit. And so I've never worn them aside from like maybe walking through the house and then walking back to my closet to take them off. And they were a stupid price. Like I really shouldn't sell those things, those stupid things. I don't even know where to sell them, or I'd get money for them, whatever. Maybe I should just donate and let somebody have a hell find it savers. I don't know.
And then I'm terrible about that. I know there are places out there you could probably even do eBay if you wanted to, I bet. I mean, if it's a brand that people know,
they are a name brand, yeah.
So you could, if you want to even do that. I'm just so lazy that I'm like, I don't even want to mess with that. I was gonna
those
show
I
you.
might. We'll think about it.
So I do my pants like that. So I don't have
shoes up top.
Huh?
There's the shoes up top.
Those are shoes. Those are boots up there. Let's see. I don't know which way you guys are. This is really hard. Okay. There's shoes, but those are my boots. But these are my shoes that I wear all the time. So I don't
I like that.
I don't wear these very often. But the pants, like I fold them like I'm going to fold them, put them in a drawer, but then I hang them up. But I think one, I see two pair that are really like that I wear. I see only two that really actually are my style. The rest are like
Mhm.
skinny. I'm like, why are they so freaking skinny? Like, I think they fit the same as when they were in the store, but in the store, I don't know. I think I've just realized like skinny jeans are stupid. They're just
Yes,
dumb.
I agree.
I'm like, I look cute when I bought them, and then I'm like, that's just so uncomfortable. I hate them. So I'm gonna have to get
Mhm.
rid of a lot of them. So I think I'm gonna wear like more flowy pants now, like stuff like this, oh, anyway. So I'm really excited about doing this whole closet thing because I'm really focusing in on my style and how I want to feel. So anyway,
Me too.
okay. And then Betty dropped off, but I was going to mention that oh, good, she's back.
Oh, here she. Yay.
Oh, it's magic. So I know that like last year, or I don't remember when it was, but when we talked about vision boards, I know Betty put hers up in her closet. I was just about to talk to you, and I'm like, where'd she go?
Oh.
So you put
Yeah,
yours up in your
my internet
closet.
kicked me out. But yes,
Is it still there?
it is. And I updated it for this year. And so I also, I put up pictures of things that I wanted to accomplish. And then as I accomplished them, I have a notebook. I take them out of my notebook, off of my board, and put them in my notebook so I can keep that and look back at it and go, oh,
Yeah.
look at what I did.
I love that. Yes, I think that's so good. But your closet is a place you're in and out of, a couple times a day, maybe. And so I think that was a really great place to put your vision board. And some of that stuff has come true, like your home stuff with your bathroom and your kitchen. So just seeing it all the time. And I was telling Amy the other day that that's where you have your vision board, your home vision board. And then routines. I wanted to talk about routines because again, using your closet as self-care, like how is my closet serving me, or my wardrobe, whatever. How is this serving me? Is it like making me like, am I taking care of myself? Maybe put your clothes out the night before, which sounds, even if you're like, I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow, it's totally fine. I'm telling you, if all I have to do like tomorrow is go to Pure Barre, if I pick out my leggings and my socks and my tank top and they look all cute and they match, I am so much more excited to wake up and go to Pure Barre when I put on my I love my sticky socks. I have too many sticky socks too. Just that tiny, tiny little thing of being in the routine. And then I'm much more likely to actually go too. So sometimes if I don't lay my clothes out, then I forget to book a class and then it's too late. And I'm like, dang, I guess I'll do it online. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it online. And then I just don't work out. So it just is this roller coaster, this big snowball of either positivity or negativity when I pick my clothes out in the morning or at night, excuse me, for the day, for the next day. It really does set me up for success. It's not just, I mean, I know you've all heard that before. You probably heard it as a child. Your mom maybe even told you, like, pick your clothes out for tomorrow, make life easier tomorrow. And it just sounds so like, yeah. But it really does. It makes life so much easier and it makes your day go the way you want it to go, as far as I'm concerned. I know it does for me. So yes. So that was another thing too. Nighttime routines, using your closet. That's part of your nighttime routine, picking out your clothes. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to share about wardrobe, or if you have any questions, please dive into the what do you call it, to the guide. I'm going to talk about some other things next time, but just explore your why and use the little, it's almost like a vision board. It's almost a vision board. Like, so this is how I want to feel inside my closet, and write it down. You can even print this up and write on this if you want, or just write on a piece of paper. And then this is how I want to feel every day when I get dressed, or most days. Every day is a little different, but for the most part, I'm telling you, fun is my word. I just want to have a fun day, I think, every day. This is what I love, and find the gratitude. This is what I already love about my wardrobe. These are the great things about it. So you don't want to always complain and nitpick and criticize. So make sure you find the good too, and then come up with like a wish list, a dream, I've already gotten like I replaced I didn't get a chandelier, but I got a nice light fixture and nice carpet. Those were wish lists that I had like a couple years ago. So I've got those already. My big wish list though is to have my very own closet and not share it with Rob. That's the big one. So someday I will have that. I will have that someday. Yeah. So yeah, and if you don't dream, I just always think of Betty because she's just such a good example. If you don't dream about it and you don't put it out there and you don't like put it in front of your face every day, it may or may not happen. It might happen, but it probably is going to happen a lot slower. So I just yes, she was very good at embracing the whole vision board thing. So good job, Betty. You're making things happen fast, I think, whether it feels like it or not. Your backyard, I forgot about the backyard too.
Right.
All kinds
Yeah.
of good stuff.
And I spent the weekend back there getting it all spruced up, ready for spring.
Oh, you did.
Mhm.
This will be the first spring, right?
It will be, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Exciting.
Yeah. We planted it last spring, so it's been almost a year. It was in April.
Okay. Yes. Gosh, time flies. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, and then Courtney, how are you? Are you able to talk? I just want to say hello.
Yes. My closet is a mess though. It's small and not the most functional space.
Mhm.
I still need to look at the guide though and see what I can do with it. But it's if we ever move, I'm definitely looking for a different, better closet.
Yeah. If you're wanting help, that was another thing too. I know Courtney knows I'm dying to get into her house. Let me help you, Courtney. So send me a picture or a video and send it to me if you're willing to let me come in and help you. And then, but you have to let me film it though. Amy let me film her the toy stuff. That was so fun.
It's
So fun. And it
life-changing.
turned out really good. And then she took a cute little video. It was a little fuzzy, but I could hear her daughter playing and she like noticed she liked her labels, which is so cute. Oh my God. It was so cute.
I was
So-
actually in the garage and working in the garage and heard like, look at these. Like you could hear her like discovering all the labels and toys, and it was really fun. I was like, oh yay, she noticed.
So cute. Yeah, and you took a lot of things away too, so she could see things. So we kind
Yeah.
of switched gears there, but yes. So okay, so sorry, Courtney, I just got off track there, but anyway, I didn't.
No
mean to
worries.
cut you off. Okay, so anything else, friends, ladies?
I
been
have
all-
one share, Crystal, it's Brenda. And when you were talking about our mirror work earlier, yes, many years ago, we were in the process of being trained as professional speakers, my ex and I.
Oh,
And our son was about 10 months old and we were taught to do mirror work when I hated it. I mean, hate is an understatement. I
Mhm.
despised it. I couldn't stand to look at myself in the mirror.
mhm.
And one morning we had a full length mirror on our closet door. And our son was about 10 months old and he was on his knees playing in that mirror.
Mhm.
And you talk about fun. If you've ever watched a baby in a mirror, they love themselves. They have
Yes.
more fun with that. And so it's like, be a baby in the mirror and play and learn to enjoy being with yourself, because they sure do. And it's really unfortunate when we get out of that as we get
Oh,
older.
that's such a
Yeah.
great point. Exactly. Yes, you should
Mhm.
always go back to your inner child and look
Mhm.
at yourself as a kid. You wouldn't look at yourself as a kid and go, "Oh my God, you're so fat or so ugly," or
Exactly.
right? You wouldn't
Yeah.
tell a kid something like
They
that.
kiss themselves in the mirror.
I
You
know, with
I
the
mean,
bed
it's-
head and the
Yeah.
boogers, and they're like, "I'm so pretty." Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
go back.
Mhm.
Okay,
Great
that's a
advice.
really good reminder. I love it. Thank you. You always have very good insight. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so before you go to bed tonight, then give yourself a kiss in the mirror. Give yourself a kiss goodnight.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna let you ladies go unless there's anything else pressing or anything that you want to ask specifically about organizing closets or decluttering. I'm happy to answer. Or you can hop on WhatsApp and ask also.
I have another comment question. So I've lost some weight, which is great. And I also have this need to hold on to the things that I won't, that I don't fit in now, but I may fit in again. Yes, you guys have any input on that?
Let it go.
Yep. I do. It's old stuff. It's who you were, even though even if it's like a goal, a weight goal, don't you want to go and celebrate and be like, yes, I get to go buy some new clothes because
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
that makes
I'm
sense. That's what my mom said too. So
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I
Awesome.
would just let him go because that's the old you, no matter what. I mean, it's the old you. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
I need to do that badly.
I've got some in there too. Yeah. I'm like, I just bought these last month too. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to let him go anyway. So that's what I do also is I will buy a size smaller because for a big majority of my life, I was a certain size. And so I kind of forget sometimes that that's not really my size anymore. So I have quite a few pairs of underwear that I recently bought. I'm like, damn it. It's too late to return them. So I'm just going to get rid of them and buy some bigger underwear. It's okay. So.
I tied mine in knots as chew toys for the dog.
Oh, there
'cause
you
it's
go.
very friendly. And
There
they
you
were
go.
brand new, unworn. I have worn one pair and they didn't work. And so when I was cleaning out my drawer, I just tied all these into a knot as a big shoe toy. So the dog, my husband looked at him like, what in the Sam Hill is that dog chewing on?
Andy's. That's great.
So,
Okay.
It's about that fun, Crystal. It's about that fun, you know?
I will. That's right. That's right. That's okay. That's what I'm going to do then. Chew toy with my underwear. Oh my gosh. I know all of Barrett's friends come over though. They may be able to recognize. I don't know. I have to cut it. I don't know. Oh, that's funny. Funny, Brenda. Okay.
That's funny.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Have a good week.
You too.
everyone.
Bye, Courtney.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.